Okay, you guys should be able to hear me now. We had a little bit of technical difficulties, but we should be back. We are looking for shorts. Doesn't look like we're gonna run up and do this Friday high. We have a little bit of a mixed. Hold on, let's slow down. We have a little bit of a mixed bias today. I want to see this London low get taken out first, and then see if we can't take longs up to this Friday high. I am going to try to catch shorts coming down just because we did just sweep out this level of buy side here. Um, Looks like we're moving pretty well off of that. Hopefully we can inverse this for value gap here. I'll give us our break of structure. Let me look for a retracement higher, enter on the 1 minute break lower. So that's pretty much what we're looking for here. Um, NASDAQ is definitely the weaker index here. So you can see we closed well above this level on ES, on NASDAQ, closed right at it. So definitely want to see us trade lower from here. I forget what else I said on that other video. I started off recording just before market opened, but my microphone wasn't working. So we got that all figured out. And everything should be good now. You guys should be able to hear me. So if we just trade higher and eventually take out this Friday high, I'm just gonna let it. I really want to see that London low get taken out before we even think about taking longs. So right now my focus is on shorts. We don't really have any high impact news today either. We had an FOMC member speaking earlier today. Tomorrow night, Trump speaks at 9 p.m. That shouldn't really affect our trading. Wednesday, we don't really have a high impact news. Thursday, we have unemployment claims at 8:30. Just gives us another level to look out for. It doesn't really change our trading. PPI could potentially um, change our trading, make the markets a little bit sloppy. So ideally, we'd get our profit before Friday. Bitcoin's down. We're getting a little bit closer to my limit order here at 62. So hopefully we can hit that. Solana's up pretty good. Hopefully that can come down to 72. We're looking for 62 and 72. XRP's also down. So hopefully we can tap into those, get those going. But we just gotta wait today. I think honestly, best case scenario for us would be if we can get, and that's exactly what we're getting right now. I was about to say, if we could get some volume or some volatility pushing through here, violate this gap pretty good, break structure, and then we can have, yeah, if we could come like right down around this 8 a.m. low here, and then retrace higher back up into this fair value gap and into this equilibrium, I think we'd be looking pretty good for shorts. These are absolutely beautiful closures right here. It's exactly what you want to see. Setting up Friday high later on in the day. So everything's looking pretty good. Definitely gonna be a break of structure if we can close anywhere around here. Hopefully we leave that low there. The only thing is that I think that definitely formed an SMT, that's for sure. But it's a very small one. Very, very small. We didn't really push far behind that, below that level. Barely touched that 8 a.m. low. Didn't even trade below this low here. So we're still looking good. I would like us to push a little bit higher before we close here, just so way that the next candle's volatility doesn't come down and take out our target. That would be good. But this is basically exactly what I just called for about 2 minutes ago. So we're still good on that. I have to be careful here not to fall victim to some confirmation bias. Um, because we still could reverse off of here with how high the ES is right now. So still want to think of this very level headed, but everything's still looking pretty good right now. I'm worried that this next candle is just gonna drop down to the London low real quick. Yeah, that's not gonna be ideal if we drop down there. We're gonna need a pretty quick reversal. Reversal higher, by the way. Okay, so we just took out London low. I don't really want to short this into Asia low, just because we already took it out. So I mean, we could hit it, but in my eyes, it's not very likely. Not very likely at all. We do have this new week opening gap here, so that might prevent us from coming up and hitting this Friday high, but I guess that would be the next move to look for. It's just unfortunate that we took out that London low. We were looking pretty good, but now we're setting up for a good SMT entry. Yes, which is probably the move that we're looking to do today, anyways. We fill a gap on ES. Yeah, knew we gap already got filled on ES. Most likely will be filled on Nasdaq too. So I think longs are looking good now that we took that out. It might be tricky to trade this though. How would we be able to get into this with that? So it looks like we're definitely going to form this bearish fair value gap. So I guess we would have to do one of two things. We'd either have to wait for this fair value gap to get violated, which would be a close above here. And at that point, I don't know if we have enough room to really trade this up into Friday high. Uh, Another possibility would be if we wait and build out some structure here and put in a 5-minute high, maybe around this area. Then a closure above that would violate structure. But I'm not really liking either one of those setups, if we're being honest. We could take maybe a half risk position of a 3-point stop. So if we go up here, if we do instead of a 6-point stop, excuse me, instead of a 6-point stop, we could do a 4-point. If we do a 4-point stop, that'll be like 2/3 risk. We use two contracts. We're risking 40. Mm. Well, I mean, if we can, this is the gap that's giving us problems right now. If we can close up above here, then our retracement leg would have to come around this area. If we're going midpoint from here to wherever the high we close at, be looking around it down in here. And in that case, a 6-point stop would make sense. Oh no, I think we just gotta play this by ear. I think we're either going to look to do a 6 point stop or a 4 point stop, depending on where we close and where we can get our entry at. Damn, I'm watching this. Bitcoin just jumped up like 400 points. Yeah, in this past 5 minutes, 427 points. So here would be the potential short. Like this makes sense. We close under here in the 1 minute. Could get a nice little 1 to 2. The issue is that we don't really have a reason to go back down below there. Oops. Oops. I think regardless of whatever trade I decide to get into, it's going to be a pretty quick trade. I don't really seem. I'm watching this fair value gap here on the 1 minute. We don't really seem to be having any bullish reaction out of it. I would have liked to close this candle slightly bullish. That would have gave us that low there. And then we would have entered no question. But am I gonna enter here if we violate this gap? I don't think so. Hmm. No, no, I'm not. Because if we lose, I'm gonna be pissed because we don't have a target for us. We don't really have a target. I mean, we got this swing low, but it's literally a 5 minute low. All of our high time frame targets have already been hit. This is starting to get a little bit confusing. It's because I'm looking for two different directions on two different indexes, which isn't good. This is not how you want to trade. So I think I'm just gonna get rid of this. But this setup just looks so fucking clean. I gotta be disciplined though. We already took out London low. There's not a target for us to aim for. Yeah, there's not a target for us to aim for. We're not taking those. We're not taking shorts. I'm gonna stick to my original plan. We're gonna be looking for longs. Now that we took out that London low. Now on ES what very much could happen is we technically violate this SMT that's put in by trading below this 8 a.m. low. I'm hoping that we'll stay above this London low, and then we'll still have that higher time frame SMT. This right here is just a very, very tempting short. Very tempting. Very, very tempting. One thing I didn't think about was that we could have shorted on ES. Probably wouldn't have been the wisest move though. Would have been hard to enter. We would have entered on this candle right here and then taken it down here. Oh well. Not really too worried about that. For some reason, I feel like we're just gonna come down, quickly sweep out this 8 a.m. low, and then push higher. I don't think we'll push under this low on Nasdaq. I'm just not really seeing anything that's screaming that we're gonna like go short. I mean, the setup's there to go short, but like, there's no volatility. There's no fair value gaps getting formed. Nothing. This is volatility. This is bullish. I do kind of want to see us sweep liquidity though, especially on yes. If we're gonna take longs, we need liquidity swept. So there's that 8 a.m. low taking. Didn't take it out on Nasdaq. That setup was definitely one that I should have took, but I would have got stopped out for sure. For sure. I would have entered around here. Stop loss would have been 30 points. And this little liquidity grab would have got me. Glad we didn't take that. Now we can start looking for reversals higher. Because, I mean, if we leave this untouched, that would be insane. What's this high? 930.50. 931 is this high. Practically telling you where we're going. Telling you exactly where we want to go. Now we're going to start looking for this fair value gap right here to get violated. We can violate that. We'd be looking pretty good for longs. We're low enough right now, honestly. We can enter a full risk position on here. We got enough room. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I gotta take a piss. We're looking for that for value gap to get violated. That's what we're looking for. I don't. Hopefully, it'll happen here in the next 4 minutes. But I'll be right back. We ain't moving nowhere. I mean, Nasdaq is looking like the stronger index right now. What the fuck? Nasdaq is fucking pushing. Yes, we're still hanging down there. ES is looking weak. We don't watch nowhere. Man, I do gotta get out of here soon. I'm not gonna lie, I do have to get out of here in like 3 minutes. So I am gonna set an alert here, and we are going to see if we can't violate that gap. I'm really looking for this level to get hit, so I'll set an alert up here too. In my head, there's just no way that we leave this untouched. No way. No way, Jose. They're like money, Mitch. Those guys are really rich and coming in. This short would have been fire, but I would have got stopped out, and I would have been pissed off. But besides that, it was pretty good. You let it, shall not admit. It's like having shit prices on a dummy. Not even lying, it looks like ES is the weaker index right now. There's a 1 minute SMT right there with these highs. So we might continue to just fall all the rest of the morning. Um, Definitely kind of want to see this high get taken, but I'll chalk the day up as a pretty good trading day just because we listed out exactly what we wanted to see, what we wanted to see happen. We didn't have the opportunity to take a short with our strategy. That's what I'm really proud about. Is I didn't take this because this would have been our entry on this close below this for value gap. I would have had a 30-point stop. That's not perfect, but we would have got stopped out here, and then TP would have got drilled. So I'm glad I didn't take that. The reason I didn't take that, I guess I can go over that, is because the target was London low. London low already got hit. There's no more target for us. So like, yes, correct shot, perfect shot. Just there's no basket for us to make the shot on. If that makes any sense. It's a little basketball analogy for you. But yeah, I'm gonna head off of here. I'm gonna set an alert at this high as well. This 5 minute high. So if we break above here, be looking for us to close above this gap. You guys know the strategy. I think I'll be looking at this at work. See if we can't get anything. At least take it up into here. Because ES is a little bit easier. We don't need as big of a move to hit our little 3 hour goal. We just need 18 points. 6 points is there. 18 points. That's all we're looking for. Just to move from this fair value gap to this fair value gap. That's what we're looking for. So I am going to wait for some of these alerts to get hit. I'll be watching it at work. I don't know if I'll be able to record at work just because work can get kind of hectic with me getting up and sitting back down and getting up and sitting back down. So probably just take this one off camera. So hopefully we can take a win. But today was a good day. Good patience, good discipline. Let's bring that in tomorrow.